As for the timeout, here's my feeling on the timeout. I think it got sideways, obviously, after they lost the challenge.
Which was a bad challenge.
On the Looney offensive foul. So they lost their timeout there. That either gave them 0 or gave them 1 less. I think that meant they were out of them. So whose fault is it? Well, it starts with Kerr. It absolutely starts with Kerr. If Kerr wasn't in the previous huddle or wasn't saying, hey, we don't have any timeouts, that's his fault. However,
look at the smile.
It's also, as a point guard, you have to know that.
Oh,
you have to know that as a point guard. You just do. It's
damn, Steiny.
It's part of your job responsibility as a point guard to know time, situation to a better degree than anybody else on the floor. That's that's the point guard's job. Now,
whoa, okay. Go ahead.
Kerr's going to get the blame because he didn't let him know. Yeah. But Kerr's got to know it. Sorry, he does.
Not just know it, you got to convey it. You got to say it. But, Steiny, they've won 4 chips. 2014-15, this thing started. Moving forward, there's no part of you that's worried about in-game management like that. Like, this was a fluke, right?
Well, keep telling yourself that.
What?
The Warriors have not been a good team late in games this year, close games. They haven't. I mean, you can continue to wish upon a star that.
But this would have been a blunder of all. This could have the dynasty would have been
when Draymond Green fouls and gets a tee with 1 second. They've had a history of stuff like this. It didn't bite him.
Yeah, you're getting some love, Donnie. Just Curry has to know it.
He does.
I kind of went to bed thinking 97% of it was Kerr.
He has to know.
Damn. So you're saying he's got to ask, too. What we got?
Yeah, he should just know.
Yeah?
He should just know.
I could not believe Doris Burke said that, Stoney. They don't have a timeout.
Nope.
I know everything.
Did you hear?
No, I didn't hear.
Play it again.
I know everything.
No, you don't, Steph, because you didn't know they had a T on. I love you, baby.
Here's what
we love you.
Here's what Steph said. I actually haven't heard some of this, so let's take a listen.
I knew we challenged, but I didn't realize when we lost the challenge that we didn't have any timeouts left. I know Coach mentioned he took the blame for it. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was the smartest play in the world. When I got the ball, turned around, saw a trap. There was no real outlets. Instead of turning it over, it's kind of the heady play, but it turned out not to be. I looked over at the bench and everybody was shaking their head. So it was an unfortunate situation in that respect, but good learning lesson. Thankfully, we came away with the win, but good learning lesson on how important all those details are. We know it, but knowing timeouts, knowing the situation, it was just an unfortunate sequence right there.
Well, they
got past it. That was real, man.
They got it. Steiny, stop with the regular season comparisons. This is the playoffs. Okay, you didn't handle the last 2. You didn't handle the first 2 games of the series.
Those are facts.
Good down the stretch. Stop it. Lil ran the truth. First 2 games, they didn't play well down the stretch. Period. They haven't played well down the stretch a lot of times this year.
Yeah, they got to show me, Steiny.
What kind of idiot fights you on that? That the Warriors haven't been great down the stretch of games this year. What kind of idiot would fight you on that?
Not this one, because this idiot over here is the one that told you Dre would never come. I can't get over how that played out. Kudos to Dre. And let me run this stat by you, this nugget by you, Steiny. De'Aaron Fox has been the best player in this series through 4 games. I don't think anybody would argue that.
Mm-hmm.
But the Warriors and Kerr started the 2 big lineup the second half. And in the second half that I speak of, De'Aaron Fox was 5 of 15. Now, I wouldn't dare tell anybody here in the studio at 860 Battery that Draymond shut Fox down, but there's a mental component and just what Draymond brings it, I think, and the talking that him and they got into early, I think Draymond had an effect on guarding Fox. I'm not saying stop because obviously he got hot and almost ended it, but speak to that, Steiny. Dre just trying to stay in front of De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, Fox had 38.
5 of 15 in the second.
38.
But 5 of 15. But So are you telling me Harrison Barnes, had he not came over with Draymond on the last play, Fox would have had room to get busy, right, Lev?
I don't know.
Like, damn, Fox.
I thought that he.
Mike Brown said they tried to run do something different, way different than that.
The problem is with Fox that I see is when Curry guards him, he's got to go by him 20 feet from the basket, if you know what I mean. Like he once Fox starts to jimmy jack a little bit.
Curry turns into Davion Mitchell a little bit with the lateral movement.
Curry's a lot stronger, than Fox. So Fox is going to beat Curry. It's going to be right off that first dribble and getting into the lane. But
after that.
But once Fox went one direction, Curry kind of hung in there. And now Curry's kind of up on him. Curry doesn't give up space there.
That's good. That's a good call.
So I thought once that happened, that the best Fox was going to do was be able to take like a fadeaway 18, 20-footer on Curry. And then Draymond came over, and I actually thought Fox was not even going to be able to get a pass off and was going to wind up with a ball in his hands and not a shot attempt. But he got it to Barnes, and Barnes missed it.
Wide open.